on. Let's really get in here. There's a lot going on here. Hey guys, it's McKenna, and today I'm gonna be like trying to turn myself into a psychic, kind of. Not really, that's not really what I'm doing. I just didn't know how to title this video, but I'm kind of doing things with that. Basically, I feel like a better way to describe it would be like strengthening my intuition, tapping into my intuition, things like that. I don't know how to explain this video. I've thought about it in my head like 3 times and I don't know how to word it properly to like actually explain what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna try to explain it to the best of my ability. Bear with me. You'll get it once I start doing it, hopefully. Let me give you the background of this video. A couple weeks ago, I was watching a Shane Dawson video. Nobody come for me, this video is not about him. I just so happened to be watching one of his videos. I just got the idea for this video from his video. So anyways, in his video, he took this like online class where it taught you how to do this thing called remote viewing, which is basically like using your intuition and your subconscious mind to like find things or be able to describe things without actually seeing them. I've always felt that I have a pretty strong intuition and might have like a little bit of psychic ability of some sort, because there have just been too many coincidences in my life that I've been able to like predict or guess things are gonna happen and then they do, or like I'll dream about something and then that exact dream will end up happening in real life like a couple days later, or I'll like randomly start thinking about someone that I haven't talked to in months and then they'll randomly text me, stuff like that, like weird stuff like that. And I know that happens to everybody, but it's happened to me a lot. So I've always been interested in like strengthening my intuition and being able to like tap into that on purpose and not just like random coincidences and stuff like that. So when I saw this in his video and he was doing it, I was like, oh my god, that seems so cool. So I looked into it and I found the class that he took. It's this online free class. This lady, her name is Lori Williams. I'll have it linked in the description. This isn't like sponsored or anything. I just think it's cool because it's like free. You like get emailed videos every day for 4 days and each one's like an hour long. The last video, she teaches you how to do like a simple session is what they're called, and the kind of remote viewing that she teaches you how to do, it's basically like there's a 6-digit number that she gives you and then there's like a picture attached to it. There's like all these steps that you have to follow in this whole process, and you can basically be able to describe the picture without actually ever seeing it. So once you finish the class and have watched all the videos, she gives you like it's kind of like a file with all of these like numbers. You can't really see it. When you click on one, it pulls up a picture, so you can use these numbers to kind of like test yourself. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. I'm going to be testing myself. Okay, I think I've explained it all. I've watched the videos now. I think I'm as prepared as possible, and I have my paper on my little clipboard. I'm not going to like teach you the steps of how to do this in this video. This is not a how-to video. This is me just testing it to see how strong I can build my intuition, I guess. There's like 3 phases that you're supposed to follow, so I guess I'll give you like a little like update during each phase. I have my number picked out and I'm gonna get to work. Like I said, there are like a bunch of steps that you have to follow, so I have the video pulled up so that I know that I'm following all the steps properly. So I finished phase 1 and this is what my paper looks like. You can't even see that. Moving on to phase 2, I have like the basic down, and we are moving on to phase 2, which is getting a little bit more specific, digging a little bit deeper, you know. Okay, I finished phase 2. It's been a couple minutes, and I'm gonna do like the little summary, like ending part, which is phase 3. Okay, so it took me like 15 minutes to do this first one, so I don't know like how long it takes people on average to do this. I have no idea. I've not pulled up the picture yet. If you think I'm lying through all of this, you can think I'm lying. I do not have the picture yet. The like #1 rule of this is that you're not supposed to name things. You're not supposed to use nouns. You're only supposed to use adjectives and like describe things, describe what it looks like, describe what it feels like, except for like the elements in it. There's 7 elements, and then whatever elements you feel are in the target picture, you're supposed to describe those elements. The elements that I found were like motion and energy. Those 2 are like kind of combined into one. Water and land. So I described the motion as being rough and like fast. I don't know why I kept thinking fast. And I wrote down scary. Not like horror movie scary, but like I guess like fast motion could be like scary. But I also put bright. And then for water, I described it as smooth, shiny, sparkly. It also looked really bright to me, so I also wrote down bright, but I also wrote down choppy. And then I described the land as rough, bumpy, sharp, dry, and like dull. I feel like it's not as bright as like the other elements. That's all I got. Not super descriptive, but this is just my first time. I'm gonna try this a couple times. Well, I was totally off. We love that for me. Water, totally off. There's no water anywhere to be found in this picture. I mean, the background is kind of bright because like the sun is shining. Wait, I said the motion was scary and there's a car in the picture and I'm afraid to drive. I'm afraid of driving, if you didn't know that. So maybe that's like part of it. Yeah, I was totally off. Okay, let's try again. I feel like it could be better now that I've done it once. I know the steps because that was my first time ever really trying it. So now that I like know the steps and like know the routine of it, I feel like this one will go a lot faster and also be a lot easier because I won't be as focused on getting all the steps right. I can be more focused on like reading my subconscious mind and tuning into my intuition and all that stuff. Number 2, let's get started. Okay, I'm starting phase 2 and I already have more ideas in my head. I don't know if they're right. Actually, you know what? No, I'm confident they're right. Got lots of ideas up here. I finished my second phase. I'm gonna do my little summary now. I'm feeling a lot more confident about this one. This one like really came to me. Alrighty, we have our second summary. This one's a little bit more detailed. The elements that I found in this one were motion and energy again, space/air, which I get open space or like in the air, and life, like something living. I described the motion as strong, whimsy. Can motion be whimsy? I don't know. But I just felt like it was very calming, smooth, and then I said cold. I described the like space air one as, this one immediately as soon as I wrote it down, I just started like thinking of adjectives and wrote them all down. They don't all make sense, but I wrote down tall, blue, metallic, shiny, bright, cold again, and clear. And then the like life forms I described as green, cold, again, I kept getting cold, I don't know why, fun, and natural. I don't really know what any of that means, but also as soon as I wrote down the number, I thought red, like something red, but then while I was like describing the specific elements, I didn't feel like anything was red, but I wrote down like another thing that I found was red. Now time to look at the picture. Try number 2. I think the red that I was getting was behind the tree. Did y'all see how there's like a red tree behind the one that's in like the foreground? Maybe I was just seeing that because that's really what stands out to me in this picture is the red tree because everything is like green and blue. So that could have been like my first gut instinct of, oh my god, something's red. So I said there was motion, which it doesn't look like there's motion in this picture, but the shadow of the tree kind of looks like it could be like, I don't know. But the space one, I feel like I was seeing all of this green space at the front, even though I said it was blue and metallic. I also said that the space was bright. I knew that it wasn't like dark, empty space. It was like a bright space. And I also said the life form was green because there's trees and green grass. And I said fun. I was in my head, you're not supposed to specifically name things, but in my head I was thinking fun, like, you know, you like play in the grass or like on a farm, how like having lots of open land is fun. That's what I was thinking in my head, but I didn't write it down because that's like a specific thing that I was feeling. And then also the red, I can't really get over the red. That's the one thing that kind of surprised me. The fact that I thought there was something red, but then I was like, no, that's not the focus. Maybe there's like some random red thing in the picture, but that's not what the picture is of, is kind of weird. Okay, that one was closer. We're getting closer. That one wasn't as far off as the first one I did. Let's try the third time. This is so fun. Let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. Third time's a charm. We're moving on to phase 2. Things are looking good. I have no idea how to feel about this anymore. Doing my summary. Try number 3. This one really makes no sense, so bear with me. The elements that I got for this one were land, life, something biological, something organic, alive, something like that, and motion. I described the land as smooth, slick, and gray. I feel like it's a dull color. I don't think the land is like a bright color. I said that the like life form was dark, green. I said lush, like, what is the definition of lush? Growing luxuriantly, not like anything bare. It's like big. And I also wrote down tall/big, and then I described the motion as fast, blurry, loud, big, rough, and unclean. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll look at the picture and find out. What? Hold on. Let's really get in here. There's a lot going on here. So I want to talk about the motion first. I said it was fast, blurry, loud, big, rough, and unclean. Okay, so they're making music, which is loud. Maybe they're like in a rock band and it's like, or like heavy metal, maybe. I said that the land is smooth, gray, and slick, and it looks like they have like dark gray tile floor, which could be that. Okay, so the life I described as dark, which I guess could be that they're wearing dark clothes. I also said lush, which doesn't make any sense because there's no plants. I guess I could be talking about that guy in the back, his hair. He looks like he's got some nice hair. But I also said that the life was tall. I mean, the guy in the front looks pretty tall. I mean, was I spot on? No. But there were elements of what I wrote down in this picture. I'm gonna try it one more time for good measure. I've officially started phase 2. I will say that I feel like I've been getting faster at this because I've gotten like into a routine of doing it. So now, like, if I want to do it in the future, I feel like I'll be a lot better at it. Alrighty, I'm working on my summary now. Here's my summary. The elements I got were motion, space, and land. I feel like I've just been getting the same ones over and over again, but I don't really know what to do about that. I described the motion as fast, tall, broad, vast, blue, gray, and white. It felt very big to me, and then I felt like toned down colors, not like super bright colors. And then I described the space, or like the air, empty space of some sort, as blue, bumpy, and whimsy again, like airy. It felt open. Oh, open, that's a good word. I'm gonna write that down. And then I described the land as straight, smooth, sharp, and cold. Let's look at the picture. So this actually has an explanation with the picture. It's the Blarney Castle in Ireland. I don't know if I said that right. It says, did you get images of people lying on their backs? You have to lie on your back and lean back almost upside down to kiss the Blarney Stone. This is kind of hard because I'm not describing the actual picture. So it's like, yeah, I talked about things being like gray, white, like toned down colors, and there's no bright color in this whatsoever. But like, I didn't feel a building. Like the straight, smooth, sharp. I did kind of feel like the edges of the building. Feeling. I didn't feel anything. I just thought about it. I thought about like sharp edges. And also with me saying like tall, broad, vast, like it felt big. And then the thing that felt big felt like it was in a big open space. So like, I guess I kind of did get part of it. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna sleep on it, and then in like a day or two, I'm gonna come back and try to do it again. But instead of using the pictures on her website, I am going to ask my mom to pick pictures for me. So I'll be back in a couple days and we'll see if we can do it again. So it's been like 2 days since I filmed the first part of this video, and I had my mom pick out a picture and she printed it out, and it's in this envelope and it has a little number on it. I don't actually know what the number has anything to do with this, but you use it in the process, so I think the number is important. I have another piece of paper and I'm gonna see if I could do this picture. Let's get started. This one, I will say I'm starting phase 2 with a lot of information, so I feel like this one's good. I have a lot of information in my head, so, and the stuff that I've written down is like quite a bit, so, okay. There's a lot going on here. Let me do my summary really quick. Got my summary. There's a lot going on here. But I'm gonna bring my mom in so she can hear my summary as well. So the way that I'm talking to you and them, because the way that the lady like teaches you how to describe things, she tells you to like find the elements in the picture, like I was saying, like land, water, something man-made, a form of life of some sort, like stuff like that, and then describe each element, which I did that, but I feel like that makes it too specific, and I just need to take the adjectives that I felt in general and not the specific elements, because like in this picture, I felt like there was some sort of motion in it, something man-made, something alive, something living, space, and land. But I'm not going to tell you which adjectives I got for each element. I'm just going to list all the adjectives I have. So I have fast, strong, wild, I don't know what that means, metallic, smooth, shiny, gray, dull, green, bright, fluffy, but I don't think like fluffy like stuffed animal blanket fluffy. It's like something, I don't know how to describe it. Like, think like a palm tree. I don't feel like it's a palm tree. I mean, I guess it could be a palm tree, but like, you know, like a palm tree's leaves look fluffy kind of. How they're like, like how a tree looks fluffy. It's not fluffy, but like leafy, I guess. I don't know. And then I got bright again, white, blue, hot, whimsy. I keep getting whimsy when I try to describe these. I feel like that's just like open. Or like, I want to say windy, but I don't want to like specifically say wind because you're not supposed to do that. And then I also said hard, bumpy, rough, and dark. And then also at the very end when I was doing my summary, I felt like there was something yellow, but I don't know.
Pretty interesting.
I don't know.
It's kind of scary.
What? Wait, okay, so I said fast, strong, and wild. I kept thinking wind, which I guess was probably from like the hot air balloons. I said metallic and smooth. There's not really much of that. But like the green, the fluffy, the trees, that's probably what I was getting, was like the fluffy of that. The yellow. And then I said hard, bumpy, and rough, and dark, which is probably the mountains in the back.
And then you said hot.
Oh yeah, I did say hot.
It could be for the hot air balloon.
Oh, I was thinking like hot temperature, but hot air balloon, yeah. But see how it's like vague? So like, it's not like specific. I was like, oh, there's hot air balloons, there's mountains. But like, I was kind of able to describe parts of it.
I mean, not all of those that you mentioned
were in it,
but the ones that were very specific. You know, like yellow.
I feel like this is probably the best one that I've done so far. So like, as I keep doing it, I'm getting better. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I honestly had a lot of fun doing this. And like I said, if it's something that you're interested in, the class is completely free. I'll have the link to it in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications so that you never miss a post, and I will see you guys next Sunday with a new video.